Hey guys, happy Thursday. It's another round of 3 for Thursday. This week I decided to use the Whale Done stamp set, which is part of the Whale suite. I forget the name of the actual suite. It is in the annual catalog and it is on page 95. It's called Whale of a Time. So I decided to use this stamp set, like I said. I'm going to be using some of the designer series paper and some other goodies that come with the suite. I'm going to be throwing up some pictures of 2 of the cards, well actually all 3 cards, but this video is I'm showing you how to make one of the cards that I did, which is this one right here. And we call these cards shaker cards. Can you guess why? Because there's stuff in there that shakes. So I also used the Itty Bitty Birthday stamp set, which is just a great all-around birthday stamp set. It even has a happy belated birthday. So just in case the calendar gets away from you and you need to send somebody a belated birthday card, you have that sentiment in there. Plus there's just a bunch of other stuff at birthdays. I'm going to be using, like I said, the designer series paper from that suite. Here's a sample of it with the turtles and the whales. I've already fussy cut those items that we're going to be using off of the designer series paper. We're going to be using these adhesive strips. So these are foam adhesive strips. They're just big giant long pieces of just what they say, foam adhesive. They're like our dimensionals, but we're going to be using those to create the little cup inside here so that the sequins can shake and not fall out of the card. Okay, we're using Pool Party today, one of my favorite go-to blues. We have a traditional card base, so it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I just used my paper cutter. I just did a video on that on Tuesday, so if you have any questions about the paper cutter, definitely let me know. Watch the video, or maybe I answer your questions. Here's another piece of designer series paper, and I've just adhered that to the front of the card base. It's going to go, we're creating the background for this guy. So this is our traditional 4 inches by 5 1/4. I put it through the die cutting machine through the using the embosser that goes with this stamp suite. It's all very kind of coral and kelpy. There's some starfish on there. And then I used the stitched shape dies that are in the annual catalog, and I used this the largest circle to cut out the window. And I want to save that piece because we're going to do something with that also. So we also sell window sheets, and what that is just clear, pretty thick pieces of plastic, and we're going to be creating our window. So the way I do that is I decide which side I want to have front, and I think I want that side front. So we're going to be creating the window here. So I'm going to use my new Stamp and Seal, and you guys see that? These are in the new annual catalog. We have the Stamp and Seal Plus and the regular Stamp and Seal. These are a little bit different than the last ones, or the old style. The cover comes completely off. So I've just put a little cup right here and I throw those in there so I know exactly where they are. So sometimes my desk gets a little crazy and I don't always put everything away like I should. And I'm questioning if I'm doing this right all of a sudden. So I just want to be able to know where I can find those. So we're going to be putting the window sheet. Can you guys see that window sheet right there? We're going to be putting that on the front of the card, like so. And then we're going to take these big giant strips, and we're going to pull one off completely off the sheet that it comes in. And we're going to take it and we're just going to circle around the window like so, and kind of press down as you go. It's going to come off, like see how that comes off because you're twisting it, and that's okay. You're going to go like so. You're going to have a little bit extra, but you want to make sure that you get it all the way, because remember, you're creating that cup. And then I just leave the tail down because you're going to be using a lot of dimensionals here, because you don't want it to sag. And you have a lot of depth, and you also have kind of some weight to it, more than a traditional card. So we've got that, and let's go ahead and put our dimensionals on and really layer these dimensionals up like so. You don't want it to sag anywhere. Definitely, I actually left a little space on the one I created, and I went in and I stuck some in there like so. Can you ever have too many dimensionals? Probably not. Okay. And that one we're just going to put on the side. Now we have our sequins here. And we're going to just put a little pile right here. One thing I forgot to do on my sample card is you can adhere some sequins just kind of like in random places, so that if for some reason all the sequins fall to the bottom, you will still have some sequins kind of floating around. So I'm just putting some really thin glue dots in there, and these glue dots are left over from Paper Pumpkin. And then I'm going to take some sequins, and I just want one like right there. I'm going to flip that guy over like so. And this is our pickle tool, and I rarely use this gummy side, but because I've challenged myself to use everything that I buy, and I've bought sequins before and I haven't used them, I am using this picket tool, or the gummy side of the picket tool now. I think, can you guys, I'm going to show you guys this part of the sequins. Can you guys see that? It's a little shell. It is so cute. I think these are on back order right now. They weren't at the beginning of the week, and now they are. So I decided to go ahead and just keep, oops, I forgot my little pile. To keep showing you guys what I'm doing, because eventually they'll come off back order. So I'm creating this little pile. You guys see that? Like so. And now, I should have done this before. Take all the backs off your dimensionals. That one guy doesn't want to leave my finger. And we're going to get those sequins in the window so that we have the base for our shaker card. So I've made these before, but with these sequins, I was like, okay, I just have to do it again. And then I showed a friend the card that I was making. She was like, oh, that's so cool. She's like, are you gonna do it on Saturday? And I was like, well, no, I'm gonna do the one you guys voted for, the one with the chocolate and the coffee. I'll do on Saturday. So right there, I had it just in the window a little too much, and so I just pulled it up and just moved it and then stuck it back down. So I'm going to do a couple more dimensionals because I don't want to have any sagging. Sagging makes me laugh. Oh, I'm getting old. Okay. So, oops, stick on there. I'm going to put the window right on top of that blob of sequins. And you still want to make sure you're still kind of centered, right? And there you go. And now you have a shaker card. You have some floating up there. Static's going to keep some up there, like in my sample card. They actually got stuck underneath the, some of them are stuck underneath the adhesive strip. I think that's okay, right? They're just always up there. So you want to make sure that it's completely down and press down. And now we're going to make just a couple of little touches for the front of the card. And then we're all done. It's not that hard, guys. So I took a strip of paper, just a scrap piece, and we're going to be using Pretty Peacock for the sentiment. And my sentiment says, hoping all your birthday wishes come true. And we're going to just kind of stamp it in the middle right there. I think I'm going to cut this guy so it's not so long. And I'm going to use my punch, my 3 detailed punch, and this is in the annual catalog. This guy right here is for rounding the corners. This one right here is just kind of a decorative. Well, I can show you. And then this guy right here is just a circle, like for a tag. But for this guy, I'm just going to do the opposite corners because 2 of the corners are going to be covered up. You guys hear that? Beginning of summer camp here at in Harlingen, Texas. Fun times. And then I'm just going to put the turtle and the whale are just going to kind of float up there. I may change these guys up. Nope, I like the turtles going the right way. Like so. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal. Oops. And I'm going to use this guy and figure out what was wrong with that guy. There's kind of a learning curve to this, oops, I guess I should put on the sentiment. You don't want to press too hard on the Stampin' Seal. Let's see, there we go. You want to make sure that he's in the, or on the card base, that he doesn't go out past the card base. I just tucked that little seal in there underneath his tail. You know, everything is kind of a learning curve when there's new product. And I'm gonna add some sequins here. I'm gonna put that guy like so. And then I'm gonna take a sequins, and I think I'm going to just put like 1 or 2 on the outside. And to do that, I just take the glue dot and I put it on the back, and then I'm going to peel it off the glue dot, or peel off the backing, and keep the glue dot on the sequin, like so. So there we go, there's that guy. And then on the inside of the card, I did some stamping. So I'm going to take my inside, which is what? 4 1/4 by 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I took Pool Party ink and I made the dots. So in the stamp set, there's dots and fishes. And I'm going to use both of those. And my fishes. So the dots I used Pool Party, and the fishes I used Calypso Coral. And I just took the dots and I went like so, just all along the bottom there. And I'm just going to do the bottom for you guys. And they weren't evenly spaced or anything. They're just kind of like plopped on there. Like so. And then the fishes in Calypso Coral, and they do have eyes. Well, I guess they could go either way because they don't have mouths. And I put those guys in the bubbles. I took Pacific Point. Sorry about the glare, guys. I try to get the best light so you can see all the details of the project, but sometimes that glare, I see that ring and it's like, ooh, sorry. So I did, where's my cheers to you? And happy birthday. So you're going to want to, with the photopolymer stamps, you definitely want to use your foam mat. It's going to give you a better stamped image. When you're using the red rubber, it's kind of personal preference. I do just to, and I've got ink on me, uh-oh. So I did cheers to you and happy birthday, like so. And then that's going to go on the inside of your card. So what do you guys think about the shaker card? Anybody going to try it? I would love to see a picture if you guys do. You never know. You might post a picture here on my Facebook page and you just never know. There you go. See that? It's a little bit of a different angle than the old model. And I really just have to kind of get used to that. So here's the inside. And then I wanted to show you that circle that we cut out. This guy. I just put it on the back side. So kind of like, I'm going to say a submarine. Kind of reminds me of like the old submarine ride at Disneyland. I think it's Nemo now. I think I've been on it once since the new one. Maybe twice, I don't know. And so I just put that on there. So there is your, what's it called? Whale of a Time 3 for Thursday. And this Thursday, I showed you guys how to make a shaker card. So definitely let me know if you guys are going to try one. They're super fun. And who wouldn't like getting a shaker card in the mail? Makes me happy just shaking it. So you guys have a great Thursday. The rest of it, what's left of it. The cadets here are already eating dinner, so it's pretty late. And yeah, you guys have fun. Stay safe. And come back and see what I might throw up on the channel tomorrow or the Facebook page tomorrow. We'll just have to see. Who knows? All right, guys. go out and have some paper crafting fun, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.